What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I'm ready to do my full review on the Oknife Duron. This is a knife in the Lefty passaround group, and it was part of the package featuring the Duron, as well as the Pyrotech Knives Slippy Tsunami, which I did earlier in the week. So if you guys missed that, definitely go check it out. I'm not the biggest fan, and honestly, when it came to this duo here, the Duron was, by far head and shoulders above the Slippy whenever it came to like what knife I was excited for, because I have seen it going around and seen, I've been interested in Oknife. I believe they are made and OEM'd by Kaiser. At least they used to be. I don't know if that's still the same thing, but I think that's who OEMs Oknife. But this is made of their OAL material, which is basically Oknife aluminum. And if you guys, are familiar with Oknife and have been following Oknife, they first put that on the Arkfeld Ultra, which I have here. I love this light. I've had it for probably about half a year or so, maybe a little bit longer. But of course, you have the flashlight, you have a laser, then you have the UV light, magnetic, rechargeable, backspacer, back area here, a clip, which works really good. You can put it on your hat, slip it in your pocket. Really nice milling on the side here. I just love, I just love the material. Some people have been complaining because like the natural color here of OAL, I guess, is like this olive, tan color, which I really like. I think it looks good. You guys know I'm a big fan of OD green, flat dark earth, browns, greens, all those things. So I was excited to get this in. As of more recently, they started coming out with more colors of this in like blue. I know the blue one exists in the Arkfeld, and I think there's a few other colors. And as of this, more recently, they just come out with a stealth gray version and a blue version, both with the PVD coated blades, which look really good too. I think those are actually on sale right now. These go for, spoiler alert, kind of talking a little bit early here, but these go for $99.99. The other two versions, which I will leave a link down below to Oknife's website, to the knife page, obviously Oknife knife page. The blue and the stealth gray are $84.99, so $85 right now, which is a great price. I'm really honestly considering picking one of these up because I have really enjoyed this model. And honestly, if I picked one of these up, I don't know which one I'd go for. I'd probably want to go for one of the cheaper ones just to save a little bit of money. But I love the idea of having a paired OAL combo here of the same, flavor, same color. I think that'd be really cool. But OAL is basically just this new super aluminum that Oknife has come out with, Olight Oknife has come out with. And one really cool thing is it is a frame lock. So normally you see frame locks with titanium, but now that they have this new material, it's super strong, super scratch resistant, which is really cool. It's just like this uber strong material. And you guys know I love aluminum. So, aluminum made even stronger is something that I'm all over. You guys can see it is, I did drop it a few times with my flashlight, so it is a little bit dinged up in the corners. But I mean, it's bound to do that. But again, not like I'm, keeping this thing locked in a safe or anything like that. It's a flashlight that I use every single day. But again, I just love the color combo here. You have kind of a clamshell design with a lanyard post. You have your reversible loop over style deep carry clip, which is nice. I wish they would take the Oknife logo off the clip. I don't love branding on clips, but that's just me. It is, again, reversible, and it's nice because it's even with the scales with countersunk screws, which is awesome. You have a beautiful, just really simple drop point blade, PVD coated of Nitro V, which Nitro V is a great blade steel, especially around the $100 price point, so no complaints at all there. Super thin, nice flat grind. Again, you have a frame lock, nice bit of lock bar access there with a little bit of chamfering, and there is tons of milling going on the inside here. Tough to pick up on the phone, but it's definitely there. Again, just a beautiful design. I think it's great. I honestly, when I first saw this knife, I thought it was a front flipper because it almost does. I mean, if you had a little bit more blade there, I guess you can kind of front flip it. Honestly, I'm surprised I did that because a few times before I tried it, I wasn't able to do it. But you guys can see 4 or 5 times in a row, you can front flip it, but I don't think it's, designed to do that. But yeah, let's give you guys some specs here real quick. So overall length is 8 inches exactly. So from tip to butt, 8 inches. A closed length, exactly 4 inches. So that's really cool that they have that sort of, 8 and 4. Blade length is 3.5 on the dot, which you guys know, 3.5 to me, is like my max. And honestly, I don't really have too many knives of that size in my collection anyway. But for some reason, I'm just, the size of this doesn't bother me. It's just a sleek and slicey and really, really nice. Comes in weighing 3.17 ounces, so very lightweight. And of course, you have that, blade length to weight ratio. It's obviously a lot, more lightweight than what the blade length is, which is really cool. Dual thumb studs here. And again, nice, clean, lined up really nice. Give you guys some size comparisons here. So we have the TRM Neutron 2, and then we have the classic Spyderco Para 3. So it's bigger knife than those two, obviously. These are both around 3 inches where you have a 3.5 inch blade. So you're gonna get a little bit more, on the back end and on the front end, just to give you guys a little bit of a size comparison there. Throw these to the side. We'll jump right into action. Thumb stud action is great. Really, really snappy. It's a very smooth knife overall to, operate. Reverse flick is money too. Just a great sound. Flies open. No blade play, locked up really nice and tight. And then of course you have that frame lock, which again, made of aluminum. So to me, that is just kind of crazy that they were able to take this new super aluminum and make it into a frame lock. I just think that's really, really cool. Something that you don't see, I don't think ever. I mean, again, I'm, only a couple years into the knife realm and the knife world and knife collecting, but as far as I know, I've never seen a aluminum frame lock before. So that's really cool. Drops to your thumb, one shake. Drops to your thumb, some micro shakes in your close. Just very, very smooth. And again, I'm so impressed with this knife. Get that PVD coating there on the Nitro V. And just a really fun knife to play with. This thing has seen a lot of pocket time since I've had it in, and I know I'm gonna miss it when it leaves, but I don't know, I'm considering picking one of them up. I'm trying to be good about my knife purchases, but this is just one of those simple, just really clean aesthetic knives that I really love. And again, I just think it would be great to have a nice pairing of, maybe not this color, maybe I might go for the other ones, but I mean, I think it would be really cool to have a comparison or a duo of the same, same color, same material. I just think that'd be really, really cool. And obviously, that's what Oknife intended, I think, when they, decided to make knives in this to pair your, Arcfeld Ultras. And I think they're making some O clips in OAL. I could be wrong, but just really cool. But yeah, action is phenomenal. Great detent, super snappy, and just a joy to sit here and fidget with. So action is great. Ergos are awesome. You have this really nice milling right here. A lot of people say, made of OAL would kind of bother them. And it's maybe a little bit bothersome to me. I think it would look a lot cleaner if that wasn't on there. But all things considered, it's not the end of the world. I mean, if this is going to be on here, I guess this might as well be too. But I can easily get all 4 fingers on this knife very, very comfortably. Of course, you have that finger cut out there, which just basically locks me in. You have a little bit of jimping there on the front. And it's not, aggressive jimping. I would say it's pretty non-aggressive, but still it's a nice place to put your thumb. Pocket clip is a loop over style deep carry clip, but it's nice and flat, which is nice. So it conforms to kind of my knuckle crevice really nicely. And then you can choke up a little bit to this landing area, which gets you a little bit more off the clip if it was causing you a hot spot in the beginning, but like I said, it wasn't to me. And it just gives you really great control over push cuts, over anything you might be doing. You can put your thumb here, you can put your thumb the whole way out here for great control over the blade. Pinch grip is great for this knife. Not the best blade shape, but drop points are, usable when it comes to pinch grips. You just have to manipulate it a little bit higher. Again, reversible clip is nice. And that OAL, it's chamfered and it's a little bit contoured in all the right areas. Really, really nice. And again, I'm a little bit smitten with this knife, honestly. It's a really, really good knife. And I just think it would be a cool piece to anyone's collection just because it's, again, a cool new material. It's made super well. Fit and finish is great. Action is great. Ergos are great. I guess we can talk about carry. Sits down deep in the pocket. Where is my... where did I put that? Oh, beside me on the chair. Could not find my hank for this quick sec there. But sits way down deep in the pocket. I mean, disappears, which is really nice. And it's a really sleek and slim design. So, I mean, it's not taking up much pocket space at all. Sure, it's a little bit, it's a medium to large size knife, so it's a little bit longer. But, I mean, it's nice. And, again, basically all the blade is sitting in the handle. You have no flipper tab, no jimping, anything like that. Just super smooth aluminum along the edge. So if you happen to be down in there getting change, chapstick, things like that, you have no risk pulling it out. I carried this in gym shorts a few days, and it was great. Again, it's a little bit bigger of a knife, but it's lightweight. That's a cool thing about this aluminum is a really, really lightweight material. But the fact that they were able to make this so tough and so durable is just really, really cool. It's almost like the best of both worlds. And, the more I talk about it, the more I realize, like, I'm going to have to send this knife off very soon to the next person. And, again, I'm going to miss this thing. I'm going to have to get one of these. And there's some other stuff on the site. Like, the original, a little bit off topic here, but the original OAL knife was the, let me find it on here, the Zen OAL Ultra Lightweight Frame Lock Pocket Knife. It is a Ken Onion design, which you guys can see. I'll just leave a link to the whole knife listing so you guys can bounce around. But that was the original one in a frame lock, and then this came out. This is just, I believe, an interior or a design from in-house, which is cool. But then they also have the Zen, which is the original design. Instead of the frame lock, they have a rail lock, so they have a crossbar lock, which is really cool. That goes for $120. The original one goes for $190. And then they have a new one coming out with OSTAP Hell, which I think the knife is like the AL or something like that. It's on Kickstarter right now, but that's also using the OAL. But again, the navy blue looks really cool. The stealth gray looks great. It's almost like a green gray, if that makes any sense. And again, those $15 or 15% off coupons, taking it down to $85. I think that's a steal. Even in $100, I think it's a great price. And yeah, I think eventually I might have to pick one of these up. Oknife, if you're watching this, I would love to check out the Zen rail lock. I think that'd be a really cool model to check out and add to the collection. I love the design as well. But the Duron is a great knife, and again, I think it's fantastic, and I'm going to miss it when I send it off to the next person because it's just really cool. And you guys know I love my really simple, clean, sleek designs. And this is, in my opinion, as sleek and as clean as they come. I mean, there's nothing too crazy, no frills about it, but it's just comfortable. It's a joy to flick open and to use. Great detent, and it has a really cool story with it too. With the OAL, with being super aluminum, lightweight, tough. Of course, it's a frame lock. See, now I can't front flip. There we go. You can kind of front flip it, but overall, just great knife. And I'm gonna quit my rambling here. I feel like you guys have gotten my point across to you, or I've gotten the point across to you. So please leave a comment down below. Do any of you guys have a Arkfeld in OAL? Do any of you guys have any of the Oknifes in OAL? If you do, let me know. Do you love them? Do you hate them? You kind of middle of the road. I hope you love them because I think they're great products. And again, I think in the future, hopefully near future, I'm gonna have to add one of these. And you're probably thinking, Alex, just it's $85, just buy one. Yeah, you're right. It is just $85. But again, like we've talked about, trying to be a little bit better on my knife purchases, trying to be a little bit smarter with my money. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up now. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, night, day, whenever you're watching this. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.